business report. Today's the 12th of February. I'm Judge Capper, and we are doing reviews first. We have several of those. When your name's called, come up to the table to your right and stand there. I'll review your file with you as to what your progress has been on court orders. If you think you should have been called and don't get called, go check in with the clerk's office. So call reviews, and then after that, we'll start the new cases.
Amy L. Adkins, Austin Day, Angela DeHart, Trevor Fitzpatrick, Olivia Gilpin, Matthew Hoff.
Amy Atkins, is that you, ma'am?
Yes.
Case number is 23709. This is an OVI from last August. Have you done anything on your case?
No. I'm still working on the insurance because the initial payment down is $200, or give or take $25 here or there. But I mean, I make 10-something an hour and work about 25 hours a week, so I'm trying.
How can you say you're trying? You haven't done anything. Okay, I'm going to command you into the hands of the sheriff at this time. Custody. You had an OVI conviction. You haven't done one thing since your conviction, so you're going into custody.
Okay. Can I get my...
You folks stand up that are called for reviews. All of you stand up. Austin Day, 23371, theft offense. I'm showing you've done 2 days in community service recently. You've already paid your fines.
Yes, sir.
You got 3 days left.
Yes, sir.
Get that finished and we'll be completed. So I'm going to give you a new date. This is your first review hearing. So. Are you working, sir?
Yes, sir.
What's better, Mondays or Fridays?
Either or, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay, April the 5th. If you get it finished, which you should by then, you don't have to come back because that will finish up what you're required to do. April 5th, 9 a.m.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Angela DeHart?
Yes.
She's at Bethesda. Okay, sounds like there's progress, but still stuff you're working on. That's why I'm taking it.
Okay.
So you were ordered to do your treatment, which you are doing, and pay court costs.
Okay.
And I don't know if do you have any income now at all?
I don't.
Okay. Well, we can wait on the court costs. The main thing is your sobriety, which you're working on.
Correct.
Okay, I want to see you back in about a month, so let's check on that. I'm going to make it March the 11th, which is Monday, March the 11th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Keep up the work you're doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Trevor Fitzpatrick. Trevor Fitzpatrick is not here. Disappointing. There'll be a bench warrant issued, and also I want his license revoked. He got some special consideration on 2 OBIs and got, so anyway, I want his license revoked as well as a warrant for his arrest for not appearing. Olivia Gilpin, 23-1291, 23-591, and 592. She's at Bethesda. Okay. I'm taking this as you're making progress, but you still have work to do, and especially with some relationship issues.
I don't really know what you're talking about, but I've
Well,
done really well.
I don't know your family or your friends, but I would just say this. You know, I've sat here for a lot of years, ma'am, look at me,
Sorry.
and seen people with addiction issues and substance use issues, and a lot of times it's the folks that you hang out with.
Yeah.
It's just like middle school and high school. You hang out with the wrong people, you're gonna wind up using. So if you got people in your life that are using and they want you to use too, they want you to be like them, you gotta get away from those people.
Right.
It's your family. You gotta distance yourself from people that are gonna make you go backwards. Okay? And that's the way I'm interpreting this, that there's some things that you need to work on there.
I don't have anybody in my life that uses, Your Honor.
Okay? Well, maybe I'm assuming too much. Here's what it says. Olivia's made great progress and is doing the right thing by holding others as well as herself accountable. So that's where the others, holding others accountable. So maybe I'm wrong about that, but if I am, I apologize. But it sounds like there's still stuff you're working on. So let's come back in another month, and you do have fines and costs to pay in community service.
Yeah, I've been doing community service at the food pantry.
Okay, you need to get it turned in then, because I'm not seeing you getting any credit for it.
Okay. Okay.
Have them submit it to the probation office.
Okay. And one more thing I was wanting to speak to you about. I called in and talked to the clerks about maybe getting driving privileges where I'm eligible to get a job now through Bethesda, where I'm phase 4, the last phase. I'm eligible to start working now.
Okay, do you have a valid license now?
No, it got suspended. That's why I was needing.
Just from this OVI or from other stuff?
No, just from this OVI, Your Honor.
Okay. If you have a valid license and you have insurance, then I don't have a problem with you getting a permit to drive or work and the other things you're doing for treatment. So see Mr. Major about that,
Okay, thank you.
the probation officer.
Okay.
Okay, March 15th is going to be your next hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're on. Matthew Hall.
What's that?
This is RRS. This is a very good report, Mr.
Your Honor, he's done very well. He's going to pay his fines off today.
Great. Okay, and it says here that you, although you finished treatment, the way I'm taking this is you want to stay engaged with them and do some extra counseling.
Yes.
And I think that's wonderful. One of the things we all need to do is be self-aware of what we need to get where we need to go. And if you think this helps you, then I think that's wonderful. You stay engaged with them. If you pay your fines off today, you're going to be completed with the court. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give you another date, but if you pay it off, you don't have to come back, because you will finish everything the court wants. So I'll make it March 22nd for your next hearing at 9 o'clock. As I said, if you pay off your fines, you don't have to come back for that hearing. You can stay engaged voluntarily with RRS.
Do I still have to see Mr. Major every other month?
No.
No?
Will not after you pay off your fine.
All right, I'm gonna pay it as soon as I go out here.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Destiny Gerald, Brian McClellan, Austin Pauley, Austin Pritchard, Michael Rowe, Jacob Williams.
All right, Destiny Gerald is here, 23,595. So, Destiny, what's going on with you with your treatment?
I'm still in Hawk. I'm in the first phase. I'm there, today makes 30. At 45, they discuss whether I phase up or not, and then I can get a job and stuff. But I'm still in there, like, in the first phase.
Okay, and what's going on, your son is with your dad now?
Yeah, I get visitation with him. Everything's like, when I complete that, then, that helps. But in the third phase, I can have him back. It just depends on me and how well everything's going.
Is that in, what court's involved in that? Is that Cabell County or
Yeah,
Braxton County?
it's Cabell.
Okay. And you're planning on staying in Cabell
Yeah,
County then?
yeah.
Okay. What grade is he in?
He's in third.
Okay. You got a grandson in the third grade.
Yeah.
Well, you've come a long way from when you first started.
I sure
when you
have.
Came in here. You
Yeah.
look like a totally different person
Yeah.
than the first day I saw you.
Yeah.
So, congratulations on that. You got a really good start. It's not, this is stuff you still have to work on. You know
Right.
that. So, it's good what you've done so far, but keep working.
I am.
don't want to say, okay, you're done, you don't have to worry about this anymore. You got to keep working at it, and I think you're on the right track. I'd like to get a report from the folks where you're getting treatment now. So,
Okay. All
Is there
right.
anybody here from that
Yeah.
agency?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Great. Maybe we'll get a verbal report. Can you identify yourself, ma'am?
My name's Amber Russell. I work at Huntington Addiction Wellness Center. Destiny Gerald's doing great in the program. She's come a long way since day one. I can have our case manager email you a report on
Okay.
her.
On your way out, if you'll see the gentleman that's at the security, he'll give you an email address to send that to.
Okay.
Okay? All right, good job, Destiny. Keep it up, and I'm going to see you back in March then.
Okay.
When are you going to be able to start looking for a job?
It kind of just varies. Like I said, after 45 days, they still vote on us to see if we need to stay or not. So, I mean, by around the middle of March, hopefully, I should be out.
Okay. I'm going to set your next hearing for March 25th.
Okay.
That's a Monday. March 25th,
Oh,
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Brian McClellan. Brian McClellan. Okay. He's got a ton of cases. I'm not going to say all the case numbers. One on top is 182552, the bench warrant for failure to appear. Austin Pauly. 2262, 21246. Mr. Pauly is at RRS.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, sounds like you're making progress and still working on things.
Yes, Your
Yes.
Honor.
Okay,
Your Honor, he's also being monitored out of Common Pleas.
okay. I did have a note on that. Okay, you've got funds you need to pay here too. Do you have any payment on your funds today?
I don't, do you have a total number that I could have?
2262 is $520. On 21246 A and B, looks like the total is $355. I'll set your next hearing, since you're on probation with Common Pleas. How often do you report there?
Once a week?
Okay, I'm going to go out a couple months then for your next hearing here.
Thank you.
April 12th will be your next hearing here. April 12th, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Austin Pritchard.
Sir.
This is 1835-25, 1812-33, and 1234. You're just making payments on bonds.
Bonds,
Do you
yeah.
have a payment today?
Yeah, 100.
Okay. See the clerk to make your payment. I'll set your next hearing for March the 15th.
Thanks, sir.
You are. Michael Rowe, 23-4.
Your Honor, if I may, I put the report in this folder this morning.
Okay. Is this,
Yes.
okay. So are you still living at the Galfus address?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I do what you asked me to do.
Okay, you've got some fines and costs to pay. Can you make any payment on that?
No, sir, I was gonna go, do some work after I got done here. And I'm trying to do community service hours.
Okay. We got a place in Galfus where you can do it? For the court? Can you do it for municipal court?
Yes.
Okay. Get some community service hours in here. I want to see you back March 12th.
Your Honor, if I may, is there something in our folder that he needs to sign?
It looks like it is signed, the explanation of duties. He signed it.
What time was it you want?
9 o'clock,
9
March
o'clock.
12th, 1 month. Get some community service done in the next month. That's all.
Thank you.
Jacob Williams, 22-806 and 807.
Good morning, sir.
That's it.
All right, Mr. Williams is at RRS. Okay, I'd say it's a pretty good report.
Thank you, sir.
And you paid your fine, well, I think you just had costs, but you still have some community service to do. You did do some since your last hearing. You got 4 more days to do.
All right.
Get that done and keep up with your counseling. They say you're making really good progress. Do you think it's helped you?
Yeah, it definitely has. It's helped a lot with my anger, and I still got a lot of stuff to work on. We can learn something new every day.
Absolutely. Okay, I'll see you back in March. Let's make it, March 25th.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
All right, that finishes the reviews. Got Mr. Ashworth on teleconference. Is there anything we can do with you, Mr. Ashworth? Get your case?
Probably, Your Honor. I'm here on the state of Ohio versus RoadCap. There's a few charges. Bush Mulford's opposing counsel is 23 CRB 646 and 24 CRB 20. It's a pre-trial. We probably don't have a whole lot.
Okay.
He's around. We can handle that.
All right, let's see if Mr. Morford is here.
Mr. Morford's not here yet, Your Honor.
All right, he has not appeared in court yet, Mr. Ashworth. We'll get him in here as soon as he arrives so we can get your case moving.
It's fine, Your Honor. I'll be here waiting.
Thank you. So we're going to start the arraignments now, which are new cases.
Sir, have a seat.
Yeah, wait till I'm finished. So I'm giving the rights to everyone, but if you have questions about your rights when your case is called, you can ask them then. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything, but it's all on the record what you say. So if you admit something about your case that's damaging, the state can use that against you. You have a right to have an attorney appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail. to make the state prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Those are the rights all defendants have. If you're called on to enter a plea, the safest plea you can enter is always not guilty. That preserves all those rights I just explained to you. If you enter a guilty plea or a no contest plea, you're waiving those rights, and you should not do that if you don't understand what's happening. You want to talk to the lawyer about your case, or if you want a trial on your case, you need to enter a not guilty plea. Call the first case, and come up to the table to the right when your name's called.
State of Ohio versus Danny Poe, case number TRD 24253.
Sir, you Danny Poe?
Yes.
Mr. Poe, it's alleged that on February the 8th at 2:56 p.m. in Fayette Township, you were driving a vehicle with a suspended license. But this is an unclassified misdemeanor, not a jailable offense. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dismiss this.
I've got my license back now.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah, I went the
I'm going
next
to
day.
dismiss it, not because of that, but that's a good thing that you got your license back, but they cited you into the wrong court. This is supposed to be a court today for only people who have jailable offenses.
Oh, yeah.
Like your cases should have been cited into traffic court, which is a different day. So, I'm going to dismiss it, you're free to go. It doesn't cure, if there was a problem with your license, this doesn't cure it. but-
No, I got them back, and I got it straightened out anyway the next day.
All right, good. Case
Thank-
is dismissed.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Kimberly R. Yates, case number CRB 2429.
Ma'am, are you Kimberly Yates?
Yes.
Ms. Yates, it's alleged that in Perry Township, September the 6th through the 11th of 2023, you purposely issued checks number 104, $167.74, number 111, $44.42, number 116, $27.69, check number 176, $30.71, check 177, $13.95, check 182, $52.48, for a total of $336.99 payable to South Point Food Fair, knowing that those would be dishonored. So that's a first-degree misdemeanor bad check charge. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge? Yes?
Yes.
Do you understand the rights you have?
Yes.
How do you plead to these charges?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes.
Do you have a job?
No.
Do you have no income?
I have, I draw SSD, Social Security Disability.
I'll appoint Mr. Stratton. Mr. Thompson then. I'll appoint Mr. Thompson. Thompson?
Thompson is it. Thompson.
Mr. Thompson, this is Kimberly Yates. She has some bad check charges against her. I'm appointing you to represent her. She can sign a $1,000 signature bond. How about March the 4th is the pre-trial? That's a Monday.
Thank you.
March the 4th will be pre-trial hearing at 10 a.m. Not guilty pleas entered.
You call me on Saturday.
And call you when?
State of Ohio versus Aaron E. Wenzel, case number CRB 2427.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Wenzel, you're Aaron Wenzel, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, you were served a copy of the complaint. It alleges on January the 6th of 2024, you purposely deprived Timothy Purdue of property, being a battery charger. Battery and a battery charger, it looks like. That's a first-degree misdemeanor theft offense, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yep.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Are you working?
No, not at the moment. I will be.
What do you usually do?
Construction work, run equipment. I just went through OVP, completed it. Now I'm at UFR in Ironton. I gotta wait till phase 2.
What's UFR? I'm not familiar with it.
United Family Recovery.
Okay.
Long-term.
They're helping you find a job?
I have a job. I just have to wait to get to phase 2.
When's the last time you worked?
3 months ago, 2 months
Okay.
ago.
I'll appoint Mr. Sire. Mr. Sire, this is Aaron Wenzel. It's a misdemeanor theft offense. He can sign a $1,000 signature bond. Setting pretrials in March, are there any dates you're unavailable?
There's at least one. Let me just a second here, Your Honor. I can't remember what it is.
That's for your signature.
I have a jury trial the 22nd of March.
Okay, March 4th. Next hearing is March 4th for a pretrial at 10 a.m. Not guilty plea is entered.
Appreciate it.
All right, just wait for me while they're talking a couple minutes, okay?
State of Ohio versus Lisa Siders, case number TRC 21-436, A, B, and C.
All right, and you're Lisa Siders?
Yes, sir.
Case number is 21-436. It's alleged that you missed a hearing in this court on September 30th of 2022, so it's been over a year ago. And that was a review hearing on an OBI.
I was in Tennessee at a rehab at the VA down there.
Veterans?
Yes, sir. I had completed a rehab in Lexington right before that, and my doctor supposedly called my probation officer, and he said that's all I had to do.
Okay.
So it must have been misunderstood.
So what caused you to come in today? Did you find out?
I had called, I was going to try to get that 72-hour class, but Kentucky won't accept that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had called over here, and they told me I had a warrant. I was unaware.
Well, do you have any knowledge on this?
I just heard, call my probation officer is all I heard, Your Honor.
Well, here's all I need, ma'am. I got a letter from the Veterans Affairs, Lexington, saying that you were going to go to a treatment program there, but it doesn't say, this was in August of 2022. It doesn't say.
I have my paper saying I completed it.
It says you
Yes,
completed?
yes.
If you will get with Mr. Major, he's a probation officer, and file that with the court, look it over, if it does verify that she's completed, that's all you had to do. You do not, for us, have to do the 72-hour program since you were going to go to an inpatient program. I didn't require you to do that.
Yes.
But if you live in Kentucky and they say you got to do whatever they want you to do to get your license back.
Yes.
So I don't have any control over that.
Right, okay.
Okay, but you'll be, assuming you have the right paperwork.
Yes.
That will complete you, so I'm
Okay.
not gonna set another review hearing, and I'll withdraw the warrant.
I appreciate it. Thank you
So
so
you'll let
much.
us know if it doesn't look appropriate.
I will let her know to come back to court and have the proper paperwork, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
State of Ohio versus Dustin W. Townsend, case number CRA 2461.
Dustin Townsend. Sir, you're Dustin Townsend?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Townsend, you've just been handed a copy of the charge. It alleges January 26th of 2024 in Fayette Township, you were the parent, guardian, or custodian of a minor child, and that you violated a duty of care, protection, or support for that child, and that resulted in physical harm to the child. So that's a felony, the 3rd degree. Maximum penalty is 5 years in jail and an $8,000 fine. Do you understand the charge, sir? Do you understand this
Yes, sir.
charge? Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
No.
Are you working?
I just started a job. It's been a week. Last week was my first full week.
What do you do?
So I haven't been paid yet.
Where do you work?
Manova in South Point.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yeah,
How much per hour?
$16.50.
Okay. Do you have other children? Do you have people that are dependent on you for your income? How many?
5 children total.
Okay. I'm going to appoint Mr. Smith to represent you.
Thank you.
I don't see a bond, so I'm assuming you were cited in the court today, sir? You were just
I
told-
saw it online that nobody told me that I had one.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
my mother found it because CPS mentioned something about charges, so I guess my mom just decided to check and saw it, and
So
that was
there's a-
Friday, and that's why I'm here today.
Here is a Children's Services case also?
Yes, they're, well, investigation.
Okay, that's all you need to tell me.
Yeah.
He can sign a $2,500 bond, OR, here today. How do you want to do the preliminary hearing, Mr. Smith?
Judge, I would waive time. He's not in jail, he's signing a bond.
I think you signed this right.
Got the 16th or 23rd of this month, and then several dates in March I'm available. Except the 4th and 1st, I have trial.
The 26th would be okay. Is that a date that you're available?
Change it real quick.
That's 2 weeks from today.
I think it should be the 26th. Yes, I've got something at 9, but in Huntington, but that will take, yes, I can do that.
Okay. February 26th will
Yes.
be the preliminary hearing with a time waiver.
Yes, we will waive time.
10 o'clock, February 26th will be the next hearing.
No, you take that. Yeah, absolutely.
State of Ohio versus Samantha Cooper, case number CRB 2472.
Ma'am, are you Samantha Cooper?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Cooper, there's been a complaint filed. Have you received a copy of it? Looks like you have.
Yes.
That alleges on February 9th in Fayette Township, you purposely deprived Walmart of property without their consent. It's a first-degree misdemeanor theft offense, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes.
Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Do you wish to have a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint Mr. Thompson.
Hi.
Entering a not guilty plea for Ms. Cooper.
What's the charge?
She can sign a $1,500 signature bond.
It was,
Okay, she has a bond up, so it's continued.
yeah, And it was in this. Okay. Because he had posted, I think, $1,000.
All right, Mr. Thompson, you want to do March the 4th?
That's good, thank you.
March the 4th will be the next hearing. It'll be a pretrial at 10 o'clock. Yeah, she's got a bond up. All right, we need Mr. Morford. Okay, he is here. This is Paul Roadcap now.
State of Ohio versus Christopher W. Roadcat, case number CRB 2420, CRB 23646, PRC 211172, A, B, and C.
And Mr. Ashworth is special prosecutor on this matter. And Mr. Morford is representing Mr. Roadcap.
Yes, Your Honor, we're on scheduled pretrial on violation of protective order and aggravated menacing in court. May remember we filed the aggravated menacing charge not long ago. Mr. Moore waived service so that we could merge and try both of those together, serve discovery. We answered the discovery. There was photographs and videos, the requested metadata, which I think I provided now. He probably needs some time to go over that stuff, but otherwise we're proceeding forward, ready for, I would think a trial date, but I'll let Mr. Mulford discuss whether he needs another pretrial or not.
All right, Mr. Morford.
Judge, I think another pretrial would be prudent. I would like to have an opportunity to see Mr. Roadcap in my office and
Okay.
go up.
No objection.
And we would waive time, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Ashworth.
All right, how about March the 4th? Is that a date that works for council? This pretrial?
Monday, March the 4th is fine for me, Your Honor. When we have it stated.
I'm here then, Your Honor.
All right, all matters involving Mr. Roadcap then are continued for another pretrial on March the 4th at 10 a.m.
You need to come in and see me. Judge, can I ask the court about the monitor? He's asking me if he could be taken off the monitor. I don't think.
I will check that, Your Honor. He's under protective order. I've discussed this with the victim several times. There's some potential continuing problem with Mr. Roadcat. I'd ask that he be admonished to continue to follow the protection order and be monitored.
All right, I'll deny the request to remove the monitor. He is reminded there is an order for him to stay away in place. He needs to honor that.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, we're going to start with some pre-trials now. Thank you, Mr. Ashworth.
Pre-trial, you need courtroom now. State of Ohio versus Evelyn Freeman, case number PRC 24203, A, B, and C.
This is Mr. Delauder's case, set for pre-trial.
Judge, this is a first offense OVI, and it's my understanding, based on discussions with Mr. Hill, that Ms. Freeman wants to change her plea to that charge to guilty. There are also some related traffic offenses, marked lanes violation, and I believe a license plate issue, which she'd also plead guilty to.
All right, is that correct, Ms. Freeman?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to make a statement to the court if you wish to. You're not required to. Do you have anything you want to say before I decide the sentence in this matter?
No, sir.
Is there a recommendation from the state?
Your Honor, this is a first offense. It was marked as a refusal, but we had discussed the fact that maybe there were some extenuating circumstances in that, and we would ask the court to go ahead and just disregard that part of it and sentence according to first offense.
All right. Mr. Delauder, anything you wish to say?
No, I agree with Mr. Hill's comments, thank you, Judge.
All right, I'll impose a $400 fine, which is near the minimum. Order you to pay the court costs. Serve a 6-month license suspension, and that started February 1st.
February 1st, yes, Judge, and she would request privileges, though they couldn't be effective, I don't think, until the 16th.
You can have driving privileges for work, community service. Is there other necessity things?
Just medical reasons.
As long as she maintains insurance.
Yes.
Okay, she's ordered to do 30 hours of community service, serve 2 years of probation. She'll have to go to the driver intervention program. Her review hearing will be August the 12th, 2024. We had 2 copies at 9 a.m. So if you finish everything, that's just a check for me to see if people do what they're ordered to do. So if you finish everything before then, you don't even have to show up. If you haven't finished it, you got to show up. If you don't show up, you're not finished, you get a warning.
It'll be finished, yes, sir.
You're going to check in with your probation officer today before you leave. She had a lane violation, I'll impose a $10 fine on that, and a license plate display issue, $10 fine on that.
I'll have her see probation before she leaves, Judge. Anything else on
No,
Ms. Freeman's case?
That's all.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Let me check that.
State of Ohio versus Samuel Julian, case number TRC 23-1598, A and B.
And this is Mr. Delauder's case set for a pretrial.
Judge, we received paper discovery in this case. I don't have the video yet. I talked to the prosecutor's office this morning. I believe that maybe they sent it previously, and for some reason I didn't get it. So we're asking for one more pretrial so that I can review that. I've got a proposed entry here. May I approach?
Yes. Okay, it's acceptable. March the 11th will be the next hearing. March 11th at 10 a.m. Entries approved.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Trent Smoot, case number CRB 2411.
And Mr. Delauder, you're representing Mr. Smith?
I am, Your Honor, and I discussed this case with the state this morning. They're agreeable to dismiss the case on payment of court costs if there aren't any further problems for the next 90 days or so. So I've got a proposed entry there suggesting a date in approximately 90 days.
Okay, do I have that? Okay, I have it now.
Hey, Chris.
Go.
Make sure it does that.
Okay, I do have the entry.
Yeah, I will. I think I'll do it with my mom.
Okay, now this sets, oh, May, okay, it's May. I was thinking first it was March. That's in May.
If that's okay, I'll just pick the date in about 90 days.
That should be fine.
Okay.
May the 6th will be the next hearing. Stay okay with defendant not hearing if the costs are paid and there's no further problems?
Yes, Your Honor.
So no appearance required if there's been no further problems and he's paid the court costs. It'll be dismissed.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Jet Porter, case number PRC 231143, A and B.
Okay, it's my understanding the defendant wants another continuance.
Yes, Your Honor. I've got a proposed entry, Madam President.
Yes. Okay, this request is to continue this with a time waiver to March the 11th, which I'll grant. So the case is continued March 11th for another pretrial at 10 o'clock. And at that time, if the case is not resolved, we'll set an evidentiary hearing.
Yes, understood. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Hallie Pack, case number TRC 231648, A and B.
Mr. Holt's case is set for a pretrial.
Discussed this in depth with Mr. Hill this morning. I think I'm going to file a motion, and we're going to have some more discussions about the discovery. So if we want to ask for, I don't know, 4 to 5 weeks, I think this is one we'll probably have to discuss a lot regarding discovery, probably before we even go in front of you, Your Honor.
Okay, so you want to come back in 4 to 5 weeks? Is that what?
Yes, Your Honor, if that's okay with you.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, the 11th is getting pretty busy, so the 15th and 15th, 18th, or 22nd would be better.
The 15th or 18th would work, Your Honor, whichever the court prefers.
Let's do the 18th.
State of Ohio versus Robert Gilbert, case number CRB 23567, A and B.
Your Honor, I received a message from your staff this morning when I got here that Mr. Gilbert was in the hospital. Something must have happened over the weekend. We've been here multiple times. This is a 90-day continuance. Mr. Gilbert is still going through counseling with PATH. PATH wasn't here last time. We didn't have a report. I know Mr. Gilbert asked them to send a report, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, there's no report in the file.
But there's been no further problems. He's been attending. I don't have the exact details of the report I know that everyone wants to see, but there has been, it's been successful to this point.
How's the state want to proceed?
One of the things that we wanted, if we were going to agree to a dismissal, was the payment of court costs. We don't have that yet either.
Correct.
So we would like, we have a report from the not too distant past that there have been no further problems. And previously, the alleged victim was here and said she didn't even want the charges pursued, didn't want a protection order. But we would like to follow through, see if he's been to PATH, have the court costs paid, and make sure there have been no further problems.
Okay, when come back when?
Your Honor, I don't have, I guess I'll just be guessing because I'm not sure what his condition is, whatever the court deems appropriate.
Well, since he's not here, maybe we need to come back pretty soon then. You have good contact information?
Yeah, he's been pretty good about that. How about will the 26th work?
Probably, let me pull that up, check. Yes, February 26th,
Thank you, Your Honor.
10 o'clock for pre-trial.
State of Ohio versus Kirsten Shipman, case number CRB 23698.
Shipman is at Hometown. She's impatient. She pled guilty previously about a month ago, and we've been monitoring while she goes for treatment. It sounds like there's some things that she still needs to work on. She's made some progress, but still stuff to be worked out, so, and I think she's doing that, so I think my feeling would be just to continue to monitor, not sentence her at this point.
We're in agreement.
Everybody in agreement with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll come back March 15th, no, that's Friday, E1, Mondays, right?
Please.
March 18th. March 18th will be the next hearing, which will set as a pretrial, but it's also, could be a sentencing hearing then too.
State of Ohio versus Melissa Dempsey, case number TRC 21244, CRB 21291.
Your Honor, I think this is more akin to a review hearing. How we doing on that? That'll be done.
I think it's on the sentencing docket because there's your bond up, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it doesn't look like, there has been some payments made, so.
Good.
Yeah.
I've finished all my community service, to pay off the fine, everything. I've been done for like 2 weeks. I've been waiting to get back in court.
When did you do your community service?
It is correct, Your Honor, it is finished.
Okay.
And you paid the fines? Oh, okay. So she did community service to pay fines?
Yes.
I don't think, are the fines totally paid?
I believe everything.
What is the other case number? I have 21.
1044 is the only one I have.
Okay, that's what.
So you have it south.
And everything's been paid.
Okay. Let's review the judgment. She had the driver intervention program too. Is that done?
Yeah.
She got her license back.
Well, that doesn't mean she
Yeah,
had
my-
the driver intervention program. She was ordered to do the dip store.
Gonna have to do that.
Okay, I did know. When I went to MLA, they told me I didn't have to.
Okay, so we'll,
All right, talk to her about that, what that requires. The closest option is inside of the county, but it's not the cheapest option. There's other places you can go that won't cost as much. Let's make it 2 months. To give her some time to get it done. And if she gets it finished and completed successfully, turns it in, she doesn't have to come back to the next hearing.
can we take the monitor off now, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'll have to stay up here.
Order the monitor removed.
Thank you.
Set her next hearing for April 15th. She'll need to see Mr. Major about getting the monitor removed. You'll do it, you're doing an entry on the monitor. Okay. So there'll still be a sentencing hearing on April 15th.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Ryan T. Evans, case number CRB 23723, PRC 231777, A and B.
This is Mr. McCown's case set for a pre-trial.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
My understanding is Mr. Hills was going to attempt to discuss this matter with the alleged witness in this. There was no erratic driving on the vehicle. This was one that there was apparently a call to the post and then allegedly a face-to-face contact with the trooper. And I believe he had subpoenaed him for today.
Is Scott Jolly here? I believe, and I've got a precedent here, Your Honor, we issued a subpoena for the individual who called in the report to the Highway Patrol of erratic driving. We were able to find out who he was, and we requested, first of all, for him to voluntarily give us a statement. He was the only one that saw this individual driving.
I don't see, the only recipe I see for a subpoena is for the trooper.
Okay, well, we have one. I don't know what happened then, because I've got one here that also included Mr. Jolly.
See, and it looks like it was served January 25th. Trooper White.
And I've spoken with him this morning, and today was not an evidentiary hearing, so I told him that I would not need him this morning. But we intended to have Mr. Jolly subpoenaed for today. And if that didn't happen, then we're going to attempt again to do that if we can.
Mr. McCown.
Your Honor, it's my understanding in formal discussions that the alleged witness has apparently been uncooperative with the state. That witness is the only person that would serve as the basis for the underlying stop. Now, if the court, we're at the pleasure of the court, if the court wants to go through and schedule a full-blown hearing on it, but if he's indicated he's non-cooperative, and if he hasn't responded to a subpoena, is not responding, I don't know.
Well,
I don't want to waste the court's time on a full-blown hearing. I'm blocking off a half day.
Okay, so you want to schedule another pretrial and have the witness subpoenaed?
That was my understanding as to what today was for, but.
Well, it doesn't look like that's what happened. I
Okay.
don't see a subpoena for anybody other than Trooper White.
Okay. Certainly we could do that, Your Honor.
Okay, I won't require, if Mr. Evans wants to be here, of course, he's welcome to come, but he won't be required to come.
Okay. That would be much more helpful, Your Honor.
Just to see if the witness shows up is basically what we're scheduling this for. What's your pleasure in terms of a date, Mr. McCown?
Your Honor, I know one of the other cases I'm going to have to, that I am filing a suppression motion in, would be set for whenever, I don't know if the court, it'd be early March, so 4th, 11th.
4th, would be good.
4th, okay?
March 4th.
Certainly.
All right, March the 4th, pretrial witness to appear. Jolly is the last name. All right.
March the 4th, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
March 4th, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus James C. Jones, case number TRC 23536.
Mr. McCown's case set for pretrial.
Your Honor, if it please the court, I haven't had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Jones yet today. He wasn't here. If I could, please.
All right, this case will be recalled right in the docket.
State of Ohio versus Brittany Lively, case number TRC 23799, A and B.
This is Mr. McCown's case.
Your Honor, if it please the court, this is one we previously had a suppression hearing in. There was an agreed upon resolution wherein Ms. Lively would complete the DIP program. She's done that. My understanding is they faxed it to the court. If they don't have that, I have her completion certificate. And that the state would move to amend to a physical control, to which she'd plead no contest with a stipulation of finding him guilty.
All right, can we get a copy? Because I don't see anything in the file on certifying that she's been to the department. Yeah, so we'll just have Mr. Cooper copy that for the file.
Certainly, Your Honor.
And Mr. Hill, do you agree with Mr. McCown's representation?
That is correct, Your Honor, and that was discussed, the court remembers, after we had a suppression hearing on that, and we had a further discussion with the court, with Your Honor, about that.
All right, so it'll be amended from OBI to physical control, which is 4511.194. And what plea does Ms. Lively wish to enter to that?
No contest with a stipulation finding of guilt, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Lively, do you agree with what your attorneys represent to the court?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any statement that you wish to make before I conclude things?
No, sir.
Is there any kind of recommended sentence, Mr. Hill?
Well, I didn't think about what the sentence would be. We would recommend a fine, and of course, she's already completed the DIP school, so that we think that would be sufficient.
Mr. McCown, anything you wish to say on that?
Your Honor, no, that's acceptable and agreeable. We also discussed previously, it says about the ALS would be removed on there.
We did discuss that also.
All right, I'll impose a $250 fine or court costs paid, 10 days in jail suspended. That, can she pay the fine court costs now? She can. Okay, no probation then. There'll be no probation. She were to pay it today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And prepare an entry on the ALS.
I will do so, Your Honor.
What about the
Okay, there was a speed also. I'll impose a $50 fine on the speed. So she'll need to see the clerk.
State of Ohio versus Logan E. Roberts, case number TRC 23-1806, A and B.
This is Mr. McCown's case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Excuse me, set for pretrial today.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is the case that I had indicated the court I'd be setting for, it's one of them, I'm going to be setting for suppression. The fourth is okay on that. There's one hiccup, I need some direction. I've not spoken with Mr. Hill about this. There's the factual basis for the suppression. I believe that would be sufficient for the court to make a decision on this, but there's also an issue with the actual testing. This is one where there was a test that didn't come back within the .02, so they had to retest. I think if we got into fighting about that, it would require an expert. So what I'd ask to do is if we could bifurcate those two, because I honestly don't think we get to that breath test portion.
Okay. Now, on March the 4th, is this going to be an actual hearing, or you want a pretrial of the motion?
Hearing, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there a motion filed?
It has not yet been filed. I discussed the matter with him for pretrial today, and Mr. Hill has indicated he does want us to proceed with a formal motion filing in the matter.
All right. Do you want a pretrial motion, or usually we pretrial a motion after it's filed before we have an evidence?
I understand that, Your Honor. It's been my experience that with Mr. Hill and I in the past, those pretrials really haven't gone anywhere, but that's up to the court, of course.
Do you think you have enough of an understanding before seeing the actual motion?
Well, probably, just based on past experience, I know pretty much what issues probably will be brought up, just without even looking at the case.
And Your Honor, I've indicated that it's, of course, a standardized field sobriety test, his performance on them, and the fact that there were strobes directly in front of him during it, which could result in optokinetic.
If I were to look at that, and I haven't watched the video on this yet, and if Mr. McCown were to maybe provide some case law on the issue of whether that had invalidated horizontal gaze nystagmus test before, that might influence my decision as to whether we should proceed or not.
Well, why don't we do, I'm okay with having an evidentiary hearing on March the 4th, but being a lawyer myself and understanding how lawyers work, they need deadlines or they won't do anything until the deadline hits. So I'm afraid we're going to walk in March 4th, not know much more about the motion than we know today, and then be trying to figure it all out on that date. So
Your Honor,
I'm going to do a pretrial before March the 4th. And I would allow you, if you want to appear by teleconference, you can do that if you don't have anything else set.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
How about February 26th for a pretrial on the motion, and you can have it filed by then. That's 2 weeks, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, Your Honor.
So I'll set it for an evidentiary hearing, assuming we need it, at noon on March the 4th with a pretrial February 26th. I can also, if you don't want to come in person, I'll make it at noon, do it by teleconference if you want.
I have a motion hearing at 1 on the 26th in Common Pleas Court.
Okay. Well, you can still do it if you want to do it earlier.
10 a.m. would be better, Your Honor.
I'll set it for 10 a.m. and we can do it by teleconference if you wish.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that. Do you want Mr. Roberts here on the 26th for
He does
that
not need to
pretrial?
be here.
Okay.
He's welcome to be here. He's welcome to come every time the court's open if he wants, because it's all public. Everything that we do here is public. It's open. Anyone can come and watch. And actually, you don't even have to come now, which Mr. Hill loves this. We're on YouTube. You can sit at home on your laptop and watch court from home in your pajamas. And we have people come to court in their pajamas, but I would prefer if you're going to watch in your pajamas that you do it by YouTube. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
February 26th.
State of Ohio versus Brian T. Smith, case number TRC 231421, A and B.
This is Mr. McCown's case.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, this case, and I believe the next case, have been recently passed on to me. They were Mr. Cremeen's cases. It's my understanding in speaking with the clients and Mr. Cremeen's that these are appropriate for motions to suppress. I have not independently yet viewed the videos on them, but I know the court, I would be looking probably at the 11th and the 18th for those. And then if the court wanted to do
March the 11th?
What I would suggest is we do a pre-trial on March 4th when I presume we'll have that evidentiary hearing. if that would be okay with the court.
Yes, your motion will be filed by then. We'll pre-trial the motion March the 4th. If it's not resolved, I'll set it for an evidentiary hearing at noon on the 11th.
And do you want them to be here for the pre-trial motion?
Does not need to be here for that. It's all legal issues, not fact issues.
We're going to ask for a time waiver.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
You want a time waiver?
Of course, Your Honor. Yes, we'd so time.
State of Ohio versus Cameron Spitzer, case number TRC 231161 A and B.
This was Mr. Kermeen's case, and Mr. McCown's taking over now.
That is correct, Your Honor, and we go ahead and schedule it for the 18th, again with 3-4 for the pre-trial.
Okay, it'll be a motion filed, pre-trial motion on March 4th. Evidentiary hearing on the 18th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Sean Woods, case number TRC 23811 A, B, C, and D.
Also, Mr. Kermeen's case. Mr. Woods is treatment at RRS. Yes.
I don't know if this one's right or not. I don't know if that's right or not. So when is he expected to assist?
Probably 4 months. Yeah, it was definitely something.
Mr. McCown, on that Brian Smith case, you wanted it set the 18th for an evidentiary hearing?
His was the 11th,
11th, okay.
and Mr. Spitzer was the 18th, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, we're set for sentencing in this case today. Mr. Woods is already in a plea. I don't know, the court obviously has received that, the letter the same as us. I don't know if you're wanting to prolong until
I think I
successful
would.
completion.
There's been a hiccup here. He was inpatient, he left, as I understand, make sure I'm understanding things correctly.
Yes.
He's an outpatient now, and apparently is doing okay in outpatient.
Yes, he's remained compliant.
I think he's indicated there was a miscommunication, which
Yes.
they do note in here, that resulted in his leaving.
Okay.
Still attended
He's still
classes, I never
attending groups
stopped.
and
I
everything.
just, they kind of dropped me on the ball there.
Okay. Well, I would prefer to watch this a little further since he's changed treatment. So why don't, you're going to be here the 18th, why don't we come back then?
Okay.
March the 18th to the 17th.
And what time is
We can make it 11 if you want.
11?
March 18th, 11. Continue with your counseling, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Linda L. Carpenter, case number TRC 231792 A and B.
Is Steyer's case set for pretrial.
Your Honor, we've received the written discovery in this matter. I need to meet with Ms. Carpenter, so I'm going to ask for a brief continuance to a date the court deems appropriate. I'm going to be here March 4th. We've set some things. I'm here the 8th, I believe. I'm trying to find, I'm in trouble with my calendar here. I apologize. Your 1st, 8th, 4th. I don't know if there's one of those days is better for the court.
Probably the 8th.
That'd be fine.
Exterior defendant's request is March the 8th for pretrial.
Okay.
What time?
10 o'clock. Sorry.
State of Ohio versus Roberta M. Abbey, case number CRV 23270, A and B.
Mr. Morford's case, Roberta M. Is that family medical, I believe?
You should have an update from my therapist.
Judge, has the court received an update report?
I am not. The last one I had was January 4th.
They faxed it to your office. I called your receptionist.
Okay, Judge, she's saying that faxes in my office. Could we recall this? I haven't
Yes.
gotten notice from my office about that.
All right, case will be recalled later in the docket.
State of Ohio versus Travis L. Black, case number CRV 23743, Travis Black.
This is set for a pretrial. Mr. Black was going to have an appointment with court planning.
Did you have an appointment with court clearance? Yes, Judge, you texted when, shortly after we notified the court he had to move it. We did move it immediately and got it quicker. Judge, I guess maybe the evaluation is not finished. He says they have an appointment the 21st.
Okay.
In Cincinnati. I haven't received
Are
anything.
you're going to go to Cincinnati for the evaluation?
Again,
Okay.
Been
first
there
for a
once.
second assessment for something else.
Okay. How's the state want to proceed?
We don't have a problem with continuance to allow him to do that.
And what was the date, the 22nd?
Yeah, they called me like 5 days ago, or about a week ago, close to a week ago, and said that she wanted me to come back up, said I was going to be talking to somebody else.
Did they give you a date?
They said the 21st.
21st, okay.
Yes, sir, at 10:30 a.m.
So that's next, not this Wednesday, but a week from Wednesday.
Correct, yes, sir. Or, yes, Your Honor.
How about the 26th, Mr. Morford, are you available then?
I am, Judge.
Okay, hopefully by then, maybe we'll have a report for you. February 26th for a pretrial. Because I thought maybe they would do that by some sort of teleconference. They don't, they want you to come in person.
Yeah, when I was up there, she said she's most likely that I wasn't going to come back, and then all of a sudden, she called me like 3 days later after I came back in town.
So do you have family or somebody that can help you get there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, we'll see you on the 26th at 10 o'clock.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, we're going to start preliminary hearings now.
State of Ohio versus Trevor DeWint, case number CRA 23514, CRA 23380, CRB 21167, CRA 2321.
Your Honor,
Trevor's on his way here right now. I called him to see where he was at, but he is compliant with his treatment and everything. If you want to just recall him in a
We'll
minute.
recall it once he gets here.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Sean McCombs. Sean McCombs, case numbers CRA 24-2. This is Mr. Dyer's case.
Mr. Steyer?
I'm sorry.
I do have a report from Pat on this one.
Thank you.
Is he at RRS too, or?
No, you had placed him with us and he didn't meet the requirements for services, so I referred him to Beth.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, basically just says he's in services there, and looks like things are being worked on. What's the state's feeling on this and the complaining party?
Well, we want things worked on, for sure. So we're glad he's going to path, and hopefully he'll continue to be compliant, and we would like to continue down that road and make sure that he's not going to have further problems.
And Your Honor, this was intended to be a 90-day continuance. We wanted to come back a little earlier just to kind of make sure things got on to track. And then having done that, my thought at this point would go out about 60 days and come back and review the matter, and should treatment be, we were looking for anger management, which I guess I'm assuming is what PATH is providing. So we're gonna review things at that point and decide whether we're ready to.
It looks like he's actually seeing a nurse practitioner there and getting some medication, and hopefully they're helping you with other overall health kind of issues.
Yeah, that's mostly the problem, this was just like.
Well, the anger management may be what RRS said wasn't appropriate. So basically, come back, review things in about 60 days and see if we're satisfied at that point or want to continue on, or we can come back sooner at the court's discretion.
And I'm assuming this is Jacqueline,
Yes, sir.
and are you okay with the way things are going?
Yes, sir.
Feel like it's helping?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I don't think we did any kind of protection order here. And you don't want one?
No, sir.
You think this is helping him?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, let's keep doing it then.
I need to get you to sign on that. I would have.
How about April the 12th as the next hearing?
We make certain of that, but I don't think I've got anything set that far out, so it shouldn't be a problem. April 12th, actually, I'm already on the docket that day, so that's perfect.
All right, April 12th will be the next hearing. Preliminary hearing, 10 o'clock. Okay, good job,
Write that
Mr.
down there.
Let's keep it up.
Thank you.
April 12th, 10 o'clock. All right, man, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Marcus Sloan, case number CRA 2465, A, B, and C.
Mr. Steyer's case also set for preliminary hearing.
Your Honor, the discussion with the state indicate that they intend to take this to the grand jury. I've discussed it with Mr. Sloan, and in order to preserve his bond, which has been posted in form of cash surety, we'd like to waive preliminary hearing.
All right, do you understand that? Have any questions about it, Mr. Sloan?
I understand, yes, my question also.
So what this means, it's kind of complicated and legal issues with historical tie-ins. Your case is filed as a felony, which means it's going to go to another court, the felony court, which is in Ironton at the main courthouse, what's called the common police court. And your case has to go to the grand jury first for them to look at to see if they think there's enough evidence for it to be there. That's called an indictment. So if they agree, they'll issue an indictment. Now, Mr. Steyer may or may not be your lawyer once you get to the common police, because there's two judges down there and they have different ways of handling things. it's incumbent upon you, it's in your best interest to make sure you understand, did I get indicted, and when do I have to be in court? And you can track that, Mr. Sauer can help you, give you the website. There's a website for the clerk of the common police court, and your case eventually is gonna be on there. If it was me, I would check that daily. And if I got indicted, you wanna keep this bond, you wanna show up when they want you to show up, so that you don't lose your bond and get arrested and have to post a new bond. So, I know that sounds strange, and it's not the system that I would devise, but you gotta live with the system that's in place, and that's the system that's in place. So you need to stay in touch with Mr. Steyer, and also on your own, I would monitor the clerk's website to see if an indictment's been returned.
And if I may, Your Honor, I've advised Mr. Sloan that if he becomes aware that he's been indicted, to contact me, and even if I'm not who ends up appointed to him, I'll try to find out who that is and get him in touch with that person. While we're talking here, Your Honor, I'd also like to make sure the state knows that the address that they have on the complaints in this matter are not Mr. Sloan's address. So I'd like to update that so that, and ask that if an indictment issues, that it be served on him at his proper address, which is 307 4th Street East, apartment 5B as in boy, South Point, Ohio, 45680.
Is he living there with someone?
He's living with his grandmother.
It'd be probably good to put her name, give that to the state too.
Your
What's your
name?
name, ma'am?
My name?
Yes.
Mary Bright.
Bright?
Wright, W-R-I-G-H-T.
Thank you. I'm just trying to make sure you have as much chance as possible.
Right.
To send these papers to the right person.
We want to get to him so that we can get him into court.
It always looks better if you show up on your own rather than get drug in by the nape of the neck. So show up on your own, and that means they're going to keep your bond in effect, and you won't have to go back into jail.
I'll try to hold it still for you. I'm going to have him sign here, Your Honor. Just give me a second. He's got an injured hand, so he's a little bit.
Your Honor, is there an indication of when the bond was posted?
Yes. February 9th.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes. So you were entitled to have a hearing here in this court to decide if there's enough evidence to send it on to the grand jury. You waived that because the state was just going to dismiss it and take it directly to the grand jury if you asked for the hearing. So this way you keep your bond up, which is a smart thing to do, I believe. So do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm accepting your waiver of the preliminary hearing.
Thanks.
Now, it could be as much as 2 months. I will keep checking on it. It could be next week, it could be 2 months from now before they issue an indictment. So I would check it every day for quite a while.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks.
State of Ohio recalls Trevor DeMint. Case number CRA 23-514.
All right, Mr. DeMint is here. He's already done a urine screen,
Oh, you're fine.
which is not,
So-
it shows positive for alcohol, so that's not good. But other than that, it's appropriate. And I understand he's compliant with his treatment.
Yes, he is, Your Honor.
Sorry about being late.
And also the alcohol, I'm gonna guess that you're not supposed to drink alcohol when you're taking buprenorphine. I'd say it's contraindicated. Mr. Healy.
I didn't get a chance to really look at that thoroughly, but has he been positive for alcohol recently?
Today, he took a urine screen this morning, so. he was one of those Chiefs fans that had to kind of console himself, I guess. I don't know what the problem was.
Well, and also painting's hard work, and guys got to unwind somehow, I guess.
It's not a usual thing. I try not to.
Well, our opinion of it is if he's still in good standing with the counseling agency and he understands that that's behavior that he's got to knock out altogether, then I guess we want him to continue on and continue to, and hopefully next time get a really good report.
Yes.
April 5th.
That should be fine, Your Honor.
Okay, next hearing is April 5th. I'm spreading these out further, but I think that what we want to see from you is just more time in sobriety. The more time you have in sobriety, the better the chances are you're going to stay in sobriety increase.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, things have been getting a lot easier.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Well, if I had to, if there was any chance of me being able to do that, I'm mostly concerned about the issue. Well, I cast for this in, so I think I'll be okay. But if I fly fish for this in, I haven't fly fish for a long time, so I don't know when the next time. Year round.
Okay, we're ready to go to the jail for some teleconferences.
State of Ohio versus Joseph Atkins at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 23260, CRB 23261, TRD 182412. And Douglas Hess is on deck.
Sir, you're Joseph Atkins?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it looks like you missed a hearing back in September. September 22nd. And I believe Roger Smith was your attorney. Is he still here?
I don't believe so.
All right, Mr. Atkins, you got several files, 23-260, 23-261, 23-356, 18-2412. Your lawyer's not here today, or he was here, he left, had another hearing. Did you get arrested over the weekend?
I got picked up in Covington where I live over a week ago, and they just expedited me over the weekend.
Okay. All right, well, your lawyer's already left for today. So I'm just going to set this for a hearing on this Friday, which is the 16th. It'll be preliminary hearings and pretrials. Set a new bond, $2,500. cash for surety. And that'll cover all of his cases.
Okay, now, how many bondsmen, is that one of that 250 to a bondsman?
That's gonna be up to Mr. Sowers, because I think you had some issues with him before, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a broke down vehicle, couldn't make it.
So that's up to him. But you can talk to him, or there's other bail bondsmen too that post stuff, but, yeah, your bond's set at $2,500 cash or surety. If you can't make it, you'll be in custody till Friday. Mr. Smith will be here then. If you do make bond, you gotta come to the court in Chesapeake Friday at 10 a.m.
My sister moved from Maxwell back to Chesapeake, so I should be out there about 4.
Okay. Friday at 10 a.m. is your next hearing.
Yes, sir, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Douglas Hess, case number CRA 2473, CRB 2474, and Lily Howard is on deck.
And sir, you Douglas Hess?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hess, I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court in Chesapeake.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is your arraignment hearing. The purpose of this hearing is to tell you what charges you're facing and set bond, set another hearing date. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. What you say is all on the record. You're appearing in the courtroom on a monitor now, and your image and audio are all being recorded. So if you admit something about the case, the state could use that against you. You have a right to have an attorney appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state prove these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
The first charge I see is case number 2473. It's a possession of drugs charge, a felony of the 5th degree. It alleges that on February the 10th of this year, you knowingly were in possession of methamphetamine, a Schedule II substance. That's a felony 5, and it carries a maximum penalty of a year in jail, $2,500 fine. 2474 alleges that at Fayette Township on February the 10th, you tried to deprive Walmart of property without their consent. That's a theft offense. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Those are the two charges. Do you understand those two charges?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
No, sir, it's already off. I work, but I don't have the money saved or nothing.
Where do you work, sir?
From my work, different streets of Lee, we remodel houses.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yes, sir.
How much per hour?
About $14 or $15 an hour, depending on the job. You know, it's not very much, but it gets paid pretty well, yes.
How many hours a week do you work on average?
And he tries to work 40 or more hours a week, you know, just depends, some weeks it depends on the weather.
Do you have family members that you're supporting?
Not right off, this is me right now.
Okay.
I have another spouse, or not spouse, but a partner that I'm supporting. And I guess I could call it not really family, but I help them out. You know.
Okay, I'm going to appoint Mr. Morford to represent you. And when did, you came into the jail on the 10th, it looks like? That was Saturday?
Yeah.
So we could do the preliminary on the 20th. You live in Huntington, Mr. Hess?
Down on 3rd Street here in Ironton.
Oh, you're in Ironton?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing some work down here for Mr. Whitfield on some apartments down here, and he told me to get some work. I had stayed on Lick Creek a little bit when we was working down there toward Chesapeake or South Point. He has properties all over, in Huntington and in Ironton and in Chesapeake and South Point. just has a lot of property where he's renovating and rents out.
Okay, what's your address? What address do you claim now?
1921 South 3rd, Ironton, Ohio, 45638.
You're 16 blocks from my office. You know where the city center is, Mr. Hess?
Yes, sir.
I'm in the first floor of it.
Okay.
What's the state's position on bond for Mr. Hess?
Your Honor, if Mr. Hess wanted to go ahead and start seeking some treatment, then we would recommend an OR bond.
I do want treatment. I've been talking to my mom about getting treatment, and it's just been a slow process. It's just the fact, maybe this stuff is a foot to get you to move because I've been wanting to. And it's hard when you're not forced to do something, to go do it. You know, I've done rehab before, and I really had a lot of discipline time. And once a person, or me, gets back in that rut, I would say, it's hard to get booted back out of it and pushed back in the right direction. And sometimes it takes a force of God and other people involved in my life that He puts in my way in my life. You know, I don't see burning bushes and all that. And Jesus said walking on water. But there is people that work in my life, do courts and assistance to people that help me out and maybe get me in the right direction, you know.
Okay, well, now's the time to help yourself out.
Where did you get treatment before, Mr. Hess?
I had treatment before, yes.
Where did you go to treatment?
I had done the Lifehouse program in Huntington.
Okay. Rocky Meadows?
Yes, Rocky. It's a good program there. You know.
How long ago was that?
It's been a couple of years ago. And you know, I had
Do you have a medical card?
I do.
What state?
It's in West Virginia. I hadn't had time to transfer everything because I didn't know if I would be staying over here and how long, or, you know, change my ID in, 30 days and all that, and back and forth. And I didn't know whether to change over here or there. It is in the process of getting my driver's license back. You know, it's just a little bit of money on that. So I don't know. One thing, I just need to put my ducks back in a row. I don't know where you can start sometimes, or where you even go to. Sometimes it's get confused.
Okay. I'm going to refer you to OVP because they can do either West Virginia or Ohio Medicaid.
All right. Yes.
And even though you're an Ohio resident, you got a West Virginia medical card. Do you have a phone number where you can be reached?
I do. The best thing is to take out my mom's number to right that way she gets everything. Because sometimes cell phone people too want to take your SIM card out. I don't know why they collect them like Pokemon cards nowadays. I don't know why people take everybody's SIM cards out of everybody's phone. But my mom's number is the best way, and we stay in touch really a lot.
Okay, what might that number be?
What's your mom's number?
My mom's number is Cheryl Hale, CHERLHALE, and her number is 540-336-6729. She lives in Winchester, Virginia.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yeah, I'll be interested in going as soon as possible to somewhere. I had people trying to put me in there the other day, they said, get me in, and I just want to go get a bag of clothes, and I guess that helped me, get me back from going to stuff over a bag of clothes. I don't know why. Some couple sentimental things. I thought they'd be replaced, but they can't. Everything can be replaced. The line of recovery should come first.
You can call and do
I
an
know that.
assessment now.
I'm going to have someone call down to the jail and talk to you about you getting treatment, and then we'll come back on, I'll see you after that's happened, and we'll come back and decide how we're going to proceed.
Will I get an OR bond or ER bond today?
Well, I'm going to decide that after you talk to the person from the provider.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll see you back, just like we're talking now, in a few minutes.
Thank you, Ron.
So that means you recall.
We're talking here. Okay.
State of Ohio versus Lily Howard. Case number TRC 211513, A, B, and C. Charles Carter is on that.
All right, and Howard was, I believe, picked up on a warrant, and she missed the review hearing.
Your Honor, if I may.
In December.
Your Honor, when they came into court last week, and Judge Ruiz put her into custody because she fell in her restraint.
Okay. Yeah, she tested positive for amphetamine and meth. Well, Miss Howard, how do you want to proceed now? Do you want a lawyer? Do you, I think Monday you were not too keen on going to treatment.
Excuse me, sir.
Do you want to go to treatment, or what do you want to, how do you want to handle your case?
I guess I have to do the rest of my time. I don't know what I'm going to say.
You'd rather just do the jail time than go to treatment?
No, sir, I don't want to go to treatment. I did that before, and I left my house, my dog. I don't want to lose my place again. And I got sold that meds, and that was, and I didn't know it had fentanyl about killing me. 3 days about dying. I don't take that stuff, sir.
Well, the problem is you don't know if you're taking it or not. If you're getting anything that somebody gives you off the street, it could have fentanyl in it.
I didn't know that, and I would never do that again.
Yeah. Even if they hand you something that says, here's an OxyContin, take it. It may not be an OxyContin. It could be a fake OxyContin that has fentanyl in it.
I realize that, sir.
So you can't take anything that's not prescribed for you.
Yes, sir.
And with any confidence that it's really what you think it is.
I know, I will never do that again.
Where have you been living?
I live at 13773 Lake Run Lima Road, Southwest Ohio, 45682.
One time, weren't you living in Galplis?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you moved to South Webster?
Yes, sir. Close to my sister.
Is she taking care of your dogs?
Yes, she's taking care of my dog for me.
Well, when you got sentenced, you were ordered to go to Mended Breeds, and it looks like
I did, sir, and I graduated.
you did, October 27th
Yes,
of
sir.
21, so it's been a while.
Yes, sir.
Shawnee doesn't do women, right?
We don't.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to have someone call down and talk to you about getting treatment. Do you have a medical card?
Yes, sir.
Ohio?
Care source. Yes, sir.
All right, so they're going to talk to you, and then we'll come back on the record, and
I spoke with her last Monday, and she was pretty resistant to treatment.
well, maybe she's, after spending 4 days in jail, she's a little, you're more willing to go to treatment now than you were Monday, right? No? You just want to do jail? Okay. 30 days in jail. I'll give you credit.
30 days?
Yeah, that's what you got sentenced to. You got a 30-day jail sentence.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought I had to do my rest of my 10.
No? Does that make you want to go to treatment?
No, sir, I don't want to lose my place. I had to find it. I went through so much trouble to get that place. That's the only reason I won't go. I don't want to lose my house. Why can't you let me do without treatment?
Well, let's let you talk again, and then we'll come back. So she's going to call down and talk to you.
State of Ohio,
You're finished.
Okay, please.
State of Ohio recall, or State of Ohio versus Charles Carter, case number TRD 152506.
Sir, are you Charles Carter?
Yes, sir.
I'm Judge Capper. This is a hearing on failure to appear for a review hearing. And it looks like, oh, actually, this is your regular hearing.
Yes,
It's
sir.
set for today, February the 12th. What are you doing back in jail? I didn't think you'd be in jail this time.
It's a long story, and I'm hoping, yeah.
Have you got a new charge then, or?
Yeah, yes, sir, starting with this city iron.
You're in Iron Municipal Court now?
Yes, sir, tomorrow.
Okay. Well, in this court, you still have what I'm showing. You've got 7 days of community service left and $440 in fines and costs left to pay.
Okay, yes, sir.
Are you planning on working that off, or you want?
I would enjoy to work, I would like to work it off as much as possible. My only issue is I do have surgery next Monday on my left arm. I have, it's carpal tunnel from my hand all the way to my elbow, and there's surgery from what I understand. I don't know nothing about it, so.
Is that happening at Adena? Where are you getting the surgery?
King Doris.
Oh, are you living here now? Because at one time you were living in Chillicothe.
Yes, I'm in 605 Lawrence Street, Ironton, Ohio.
Okay, everybody's moving to Ironton now. You're the second or third person that has relocated to Ironton this morning. What's your charge in Ironton Municipal?
It's a domestic violence, and it's not. It's.
Okay, you haven't appeared there yet? This is your first hearing?
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow? Okay, give me your address again in Ironton.
605 Lawrence Street, Ironton, Ohio, 41638.
Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to reschedule your review hearing. I'll give you another month.
Okay. Will it be all right if I come in and pay my fines between?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It'd be more than all right.
I have a piece of paper too, with my doctor saying I'm surgery and everything. I didn't want to. You don't have that closely thought about it. I have a piece of paper for it. I've misplaced it already.
Okay.
Get a copy of it.
Does it matter if it's a Monday or Friday when you're hearing this?
No, sir.
We'll make it March the 15th, the Ides of March. Did you ever read Shakespeare? Julius
Yes, sir.
Caesar? So make it easy to remember. The Ides of March is your next hearing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So you got to be here at 9 o'clock, or if you finish everything, well, if you're having surgery, you're not going to get your community service done.
Right.
Just do something on your cases and come in, and they'll keep you from getting a warrant.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, March 15th at 9 a.m. is your next hearing.
Okay, sir, one question?
Yes, sir.
My mother's in the, can she take a picture, she take a copy of all the paperwork and everything with her, please?
She can go to the clerk's office and get a copy. It's all public record, anything that's in your file. She wants.
Okay, that was, thanks, sir.
You're welcome.
Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The only remaining cases we have at Lawrence County Jail are Douglas Hess and Lily Howard, and we're not ready for them yet.
Okay. So we'll come back to those. I'll hear somebody else.
Maybe Mr. Morford's already talked to him, we'll be ready.
That's not Douglas Hess.
Oh.
What is this gentleman's name? What is your name, sir? Okay. Let's go on to what we have here. Okay, sir, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Jacob Bryson.
Jacob what?
Austin Bryson.
Okay, we'll have to look for your file. Give me the name again.
Jacob Price.
Price?
Yes, sir. I'll see you.
Okay, you can just stay there, we'll look for your file, we're gonna go on to some other hearings while we look for your file.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus James C. Jones, case number TRC 23536.
All right, this is a recall for Mr. McCown.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Jones is demanding a suppression motion in this case, so 325, I guess, is the next, will be the next one up, if that's okay.
Okay, so you want to set a
We can do that on 3-4 with the others.
pre-trial on the motion on March 4th?
Sure.
Okay, and then after, I won't set an evidentiary hearing today, we'll set it at that time.
Okay, Mr. Jones should be here then on March 4th, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
March 4th at 10 o'clock.
Pre-trial motion for us to talk to him about the motion that I'm filing.
State of Ohio versus, on a recall, Roberta M. Andy, case number CRB 23270 A and B.
Okay, we do have the report now from Family Medical. It says they've continued and not missed any sessions, working on things, developing some tools. And it says I'm taking this as a completion letter, because it says it doesn't, this person doesn't think they need any follow-up, further follow-up. And it's my understanding that initially the state was willing to dismiss this if the costs were paid, and they did counsel.
Did you get the report?
Yeah, just now looking at it.
Yes.
Is Haley here? Is Haley here?
No, she's in school.
It's a very good report, Your Honor, and we did previously say that if she did well in counseling, that we would agree to dismiss the charges at a later date, and this appears maybe to be the later date. I'm looking to see if we said anything about the payment of court costs.
I had a note to that effect, but it doesn't mean has to be.
Well, I think it's appropriate, but we would move to dismiss upon payment of court costs.
My sister said she'll pay it for us. Yeah.
Today.
I'll make a call today. She might be at work right now.
Judge, she indicates that her sister, who is at work now, can pay the cost, but it's going to be later on today.
Why don't we do this? I'll just set another hearing date, and she has paid before then. She doesn't have to appear, and the case will be dismissed. If she hasn't paid, she has to appear. Is that agreeable?
Yes, Judge.
March the 15th?
How much do I pay?
It would be 135.
Oh, 135.
Let me write that on.
Yes, ma'am. If you can read my writing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good luck, man.
State of Ohio recalls Aaron Sloan, case number CRA 23368 A and B, CRB 23369, CRC 23750 A and B.
This is Mr. Morford's case. She's at ARC. And
they don't, where I'm in treatment, where I'm on mat, if I, you know, I'm obviously not just gonna stop, so I'm trying to get myself off of it. She said she'd be willing to work it out to give you all a letter, but, I mean, I don't know how quickly you're looking to, like I said, I'm gonna continue to go there, even when I'm done here. So.
Where at ARC?
At ARC, yeah. I talked to you about it before, about doing an internship there, but I've got to wait 2 months until the other 2 are done before I can get started. So things are going good.
We've already
as far as
sent
that.
her on the ODI, so we're just waiting to
I said it was kind of in limbo because
dismiss, there is a pending
Right.
felony.
you all don't give me an end date and they don't give the end date, so it's kind of left me in limbo. Yeah.
Well, I actually don't have a report from them since December 27th.
I have, when, I was here in January, wasn't I?
Well, maybe.
Because I had to get one,
report,
every,
but
the
I
last
have
3
a
months that I've
report
been here,
December
since
27th.
Jason has quit working here, or working for them as the liaison, I've had, the last 3 months I've been here, I've had to go get one, and they've sent it to you. I can call her again, but she said she sent it a week ago to the court.
I've not received
It's
anything.
not in the file.
On January 2nd.
They're killing me.
I have a note in this file that says that finished next time.
Yeah, that's what I had, we were gonna get a completion
So
today from Mark.
maybe you could get one. Could you
Just,
call them?
you want me to call and ask if that,
Yes, please.
let me see what I can do.
Okay, this case will be recalled later in the docket.
State of Ohio versus Brandy M. Hines, case number TRC 23-182, TRC 23-2783, A and B.
This is separate copies. Okay. Judge, may I approach?
Yes.
I have a certificate of completion from Stepping Stones and a letter from the counseling center.
Yeah, certificate of completion dated January 10th. And with a written report as to how she's done. Talks about her screens and they're all negative. That's a good report. And that's dated February 5th, so it's recent. She has pending, that's 2 ODIs, I think.
Yes, Your Honor.
So we're ready to complete this at this point?
We're not opposed to doing that. She's done very well in treatment. It looks like she's still receiving services from the counseling center.
Yeah, I live in their housing. I'm doing transitional through them. It's outpatient.
I think this is follows 2 first.
It is. There was one pending and then she got another one. She's pled to both of them. And because of the fact that she's done so well in treatment, I think she's gotten I think she's gotten a good report every time. We are not opposed to a sentence that would have her avoid actually serving any jail time. We'd recommend a suspended jail sentence. And as far as the driver intervention program, we feel that she's done far in excess of what that program requires, so we would not oppose if the court waived that in lieu of her treatment that she's received.
Mr. Moore?
Judge, we would concur. She has done a good job, great job all that long, done everything that is asked of her. I can tell a change in her. I know you have a keen eye for that. I'm sure you've noticed the change in her since she's been here.
Ms. Hines, anything you wish to say?
Just that I'm not the same person I was when I walked in here a year ago. I have changed a lot. Became a better person and a better mother to my girls since I've been in this program.
How old are your girls?
3 and 1.
That's your most important job, and it's one that you're having a huge impact on them, so I'm glad you've got things going the right direction now, so that's going to help them quite a bit too. You understand that, I'm sure.
Yes, I do.
Congratulations. So I'm going to give you, I'm not, on this first offense I'm looking at, and you had a very high test score, one that would ordinarily require jail, but based on the prosecutor's recommendation, I'm not going to give you jail time, because I don't think it would serve any purpose now. But I'm going to give you suspended time, so if you mess up, you need negative reinforcement, you've got some jail hanging over your head. If you relapse, that could be imposed. I'm not saying it definitely would be, but it could be. So I'll give you the minimum fine on 2783, which is $375. That's the minimum I'm allowed to give. $375. Order you to pay the court costs. License suspension for 6 months, and that started at the time of the offense. So it's actually over. You can get your license back. But I am going to make it 60 days in jail, and I'm going to suspend 60. So I don't want you to do any jail time, and if you do what you're supposed to, you'll never have any jail time. But up the ante, if you do mess up, you got a couple months in jail that you could get. I am going to order you to do community service, because that's what most people would get if they had a conviction like you do. So 5 days of community service, no driver intervention program. It's a 3-day school that you have to go stay at, and it's pretty expensive, so you don't have to do that because you did the counseling. And I'm supposed to order that. If you look at the statute, there's really no, it doesn't say, yeah, if you go to other counseling, I can waive it, but I'm going to waive it, and Mr. Heel doesn't appeal it, then it'll stick. Which I think he won't appeal it since he's recommended that too. So I'll set your review hearing. I want to see you before where I typically would, so let's make it a couple of months. April the 12th, I'll have you come back and just keep tabs on you, make sure you're doing good. So that'll be your first review hearing, April 12th at 9 a.m. Then she had a B case on that, which was a lane violation. I'll make it a $10 fine. Then she had a second case, 23-182. Yes, 23-182.
Is this going to be a first also?
Yeah, we're going to treat it as a first also. I'll give you the minimum on it too, so $375 is the minimum. We're ready to pay the court costs. 6-month license suspension, and it's over also. But you'll have to get your license back, you got to contact the BMV.
Okay.
And you can go to the BMV there in Ironton and walk in. They're supposed to walk you through looking at the computer, what you need to do. you're gonna have at least 2 reinstatement fees to pay.
Okay.
I'll make it 60 days in jail again, suspended, all suspended, 5 days community service. You got a total of 10 days community service to do, 2 years probation, no 3-day school to complete. And April 12th will be her review hearing date. So you'll need to see Mr. Carter before you leave today about your probation, and you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Brian Montroso, case number CRB 1733, CRB 15543A and B, CRB 14593, TRC 111387.
All right, we continue this, I think, from, Monday. I set for Monday. Did he have a jury trial here recently? Or?
Friday.
Friday, how'd that go?
Not guilty.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, we don't have to worry about you going away then. You're gonna be here, right?
Yes, sir.
You gotta make some, and all you need to do is make payments on your fines, or you got something you can pay on it?
Yes, sir.
How much are you paying today?
10.
Okay? See the clerk, make your payment. March the 15th will be your next hearing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Would that be at 9, Your Honor?
9 o'clock, March 15th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Jacob Price at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 2475. And Douglas Hess is on deck.
Jacob Price should be up. I've got his paperwork now, and Douglas
Hess is on
Hess.
deck.
I'm gonna need a minute, Judge, because OP just finished doing their assessment. And I'd like to go talk to him.
We'll put, Douglas Hess is not next. We'll do, what's the lady's?
Louis Howard.
Willie Howard will be
Thank
next,
you,
not
Judge.
Douglas Hess. Mr. Wolford hasn't talked to Douglas Hess yet. All right, sir, you're Jacob Price.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Price, I'm Judge Capper at the Lawrence County Municipal Court in Chesapeake. This is your arraignment hearing. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to make any statements today. If you do make statements, though, it's all being recorded, so what you say can be used against you if you admit something about your case. You have the right to have an attorney appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, and to make the state prove any charge beyond a reasonable doubt. And the state involved here is North Carolina. Yours is an extradition hearing. It is alleged by the state of North Carolina that they have a warrant for you. And it was issued by Valerie D. Alston, probation/parole officer. Jacob A. Price, white male with a date of birth of October 5th. As to whether your parole should be revoked. And they asked that no bond be set. So you have a right to what's called an extradition hearing. That's a hearing to decide if you are the person being sought by North Carolina, if there's good cause to send you to North Carolina on these charges. And you have a right to have an attorney, and if you can't afford one, to have one appointed. It wouldn't be on whether I'm not going to decide whether your parole should be revoked, but I would decide whether they have good cause to ask you to be returned to that state. So that would be the only issue before this court. Do you understand the extradition proceeding, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to have an extradition hearing, or do you want to waive and go to North Carolina?
I got a couple of questions if I may.
Go ahead.
Okay, for the following charges in Lawrence County, I have an attorney, Roger Smith.
Oh, you have charges in here in Lawrence County?
Yes, sir. I've been incarcerated since December the 30th of last year. And on January the 31st, I went to court and they gave, that I was received the OR on the goods treatment for 90 days. And I've been stuck in incarceration ever since the 31st when, you know, I was OR.
Well, probably because there was this holder from North Carolina, that's what's.
Yes, sir.
Can't be
There's been
forgetted.
yes, sir, there's been a hold on me since January the 19th of this year. And my father has contacted North Carolina, he's talked to the head of our parole board in North Carolina, Raleigh, which is our capital, and nothing, you know, I've just been sitting, you know what I mean? I actually get off of parole March the 5th, next month, and my court date for Lawrence County, which I'm supposed to be in treatment, is March the 6th. So I hate to go all the way to North Carolina and not resolve Ohio. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, I see what you're saying. So,
I'm not sure what to do, you know?
well, here's what I think we need to do. Since you've got a lawyer here, I didn't know you had cases pending here. I'm going to appoint Roger Smith to represent you on this extradition matter. Unfortunately, he's left the building.
Yes, sir.
He's not here, but he'll be here Friday.
Okay.
So I'm going to set your case for a hearing Friday.
Yes, sir.
So North Carolina asked for no bond. I don't think I can do that. I'm going to set a bond at $50,000 cash assured.
Yes, sir.
So if you post bond, then you got to be in court Friday at 10 o'clock in Chesapeake.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know if you would be inclined to try to post bond, but probably wouldn't make sense.
No, I was just sitting here until Friday, sir. Just my thing is, you know, it's been since January 19th. I get off parole literally March the 5th. My court date is March 6th. The only violation, I've never found a drug test, I paid all my fines. The only violation is that I called a new charge, which I understand that's wrong. But like I said, it's been since January 19th. They've got all the time in the world to call or come down here, and they haven't. And my need to fight this case, you know, if I was 30 days now, I could be in this treatment, which is something to be on this case. You know, the judge told me if I did the 90-day treatment that my possession charge would get reduced, and you know, what I'm saying, I'm not getting the help or the privilege to actually better myself in this case if I'm incarcerated. See what I'm saying? Yes. I understand that the violation to North Carolina, they have the right, but I mean, it's been over 30 some days, you know, almost 60 some days.
I don't know if they know that nobody has filed, they didn't file the extradition matter until
Yes, sir.
February 12th. So I don't know if North Carolina is aware of where you are. That's the thing.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, I agree with you. Something should have happened before now, but it hasn't, and I have to deal with it as it is. So
Yes, sir.
you're in front of me. You've got a holder from North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Giving you a lawyer, Mr. Smith, who's representing you here. So yours is kind of a complicated deal because you've got a case here and you've got one in North Carolina. So I'm going to notify him today that you're still sitting in jail. I don't know if he's aware of that, and that he's appointed to help you with this extradition matter.
Yes, sir. Do you think it would be better if I asked him to let's go ahead and take care of Ohio before North Carolina? Because I just don't want to go there and then have to come back or vice versa. You see what I'm saying? I want to resolve everything as soon as possible.
Well, I think that's something you need to discuss with him.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I don't know what's happened in common pleas, and I don't even know what your charges are there.
Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm going to notify him that he's appointed. You'll be on the docket for Friday, and hopefully you'll talk to him and we figure this out, what's going to happen.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus ABL Adkins. Case number TRC 23709, A and B.
Okay, so Jacob Price is on the docket for the 16th. All right, Amy Atkins, I need you to get to work and do something on this.
I promise. I apologize.
Okay, I'm going to release you, but I want you, when you come back for the next review hearing, you got to have done some community service, do something on this case for getting it resolved. And you have to do the 72-hour treatment program too. Driver, go talk with Mr. Major before you leave.
Okay.
Get a copy of your judgment entry so that you know exactly what it is you need to do. It's right on top in the file.
Okay, is that rehab?
Kind of. It's a 3-day mandatory school for people that get an OBI conviction. I either have to make you go to jail for at least 3 days or go to the driver intervention program. So you were ordered to go to the driver intervention program.
Yes, I'll be back.
Thing is, it's not free. You got to pay for it, and there's not one here in Lawrence County.
Okay.
So I'll set your next hearing for March the 15th. So a little over a month from now, 9 o'clock is your next hearing, March 15th. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Aaron Sloan. Case number CRA 23-368 A and B, CRB 23-369, CRC 23-750 A and B.
Okay. Did we get a report from Mark?
She said she was sending it. Is it not here yet? It was coming to,
I do have one, Your Honor.
Okay.
I have yet to print it off, but I can see it on my phone.
Let me just read it. Have you seen it, or?
no, she
Let me
said she
read
was
it into
gonna
the record.
send it to you.
This letter is for Aaron Sloan, date of birth, March 20th. Report is for December 27th through January 27th. Attached is a UDS, which I take it is the screens. She has 2 hours of group therapy behind and needs to schedule a makeup group. Otherwise, she is compliant in all appointments. This time, she has completed over 6 months of treatment and has enough hours to apply for completion of the program. This time, she has chosen to stay in the program for continued support, but please be advised she has been compliant, should be considered released for any further obligations that require completion of treatment.
I'll print it off, Your Honor. Make sure it's in the file.
Thank you.
I had a sick kid last week from my group, so I had to miss it, but it's already rescheduled.
All right, based on that, and she's already been sentenced on the OBI. We've got a felony, actually there's an A and B, isn't there? Let's see what those are.
B was an endangering.
Not the copy
No, but the other stuff. Right.
what they're talking about right now.
Possession, possession of drugs was the B case. They were both possessions, 369.
369 was endangering of children.
369 was endangering of a misdemeanor. 368B was possession. What's 368? Tampering with evidence. Okay, it was just a fill bar. It's the last she had tried to hide or something. All right, how's the state want to proceed?
Well, it looks as if she's successfully completed their program. It sounds like she's got plans to maybe be involved in that as an occupation going forward. And that's what we aim to do, was to encourage her to get through her treatment. And we agreed to dismiss the remaining charges if she did that, so we will make those motions at this time.
Okay, so I'm going to dismiss CRA 23-368, A and B.
Thank you.
Now, what about the endangering? Do you,
We'll dismiss that too.
and 23-369, which is a misdemeanor. Those are dismissed. She's already been sentenced on 23-750 A and B, which was the ODI. So she has some obligations on those to take care of.
I do. I
So
plan
I'm
on
going to
getting
set
that
that
done.
for a review hearing.
Plan on having that done by next week.
I'm sorry?
I plan on having the rest of it done by next week. Community service and.
Okay, you got community service, and she doesn't have to do the DIP score she completed, so she has completed. She has community service and fines and costs.
How much
So I'll
am I-
set those for a review hearing March 25th. So more than a month out. So March 25th will be your first review hearing. That'll be at 9 a.m.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you so much.
State of Ohio recalls Douglas Hess at the Lawrence County Jail. Case number CRA 2473, CRB 2474, and Lily Howard is on deck.
Okay, Douglas Hess is being represented by Mr. Morford. He is being assessed by OVP.
And we have accepted him into our inpatient program, Your Honor.
Is that correct, Mr. Hess? You're going to get inpatient?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so I'll order Mr. Hess released to OVP with a $2,000 OR bond. And there's a time waiver
So waived.
set, next hearing for February 25th, I believe would be, that's 2 weeks. 26th, 25th is Sunday. Yeah, February 26th. All right, so the way this works, Mr. Hess, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Hopefully you get a good report, you're doing what you're supposed to, getting clean and sober, and then we'll go from there. So do what they ask you to do, when they ask you to do it, how they ask you to do it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor?
Yes.
I would like to let Mr. Hess know what our intentions are in the
Okay.
state. He's got the theft charge. It's a Walmart, allegation of Walmart theft, so we're going to pursue that. So we want him to talk to his lawyer about whether they want to have a trial or whether he wants to get discovery about it. And then on the possession charge, we're willing to keep it here as long as he's successful in treatment, and ultimately we would be agreeable to dismissing that charge if he gets through treatment, doesn't have any problems. So we're offering that. Hopefully those are incentives for him. If he pleads guilty to the theft charge, we would also be recommending that he complete treatment.
I've discussed those options with him, Judge, and I think he understands that he, at least in some part, holds the future in his hands. If he goes and gets through treatment successfully, the state's going to look on that successfully, and you're going to get a much better result, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you said you wanted to go to treatment. There's your chance, and turn your life around. Take advantage of it.
Thank you for your time.
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right, yes, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Lily Howard on a recall at Lawrence County Jail. Case number TRC 21-15-13, A, B, and C.
Okay, Ms. Howard did a phone assessment also with Hometown.
She did. I talked to her and explained to her that the only thing we offer is inpatient because that's what she assesses for. And she said she was willing to go.
Okay, great.
We can pick her up today.
Okay, I'm going to order Ms. Howard released to Hometown Recovery. Inpatient. And we'll set you for the 26th also for a sentencing hearing. So go get some treatment, do what they tell you to do, how they tell you to, when they tell you to, and come back with a good report in 2 weeks and start the process of getting sober and clean. See you in 2 weeks. Thank you. Court's adjourned. We're in. Maybe.
Got some spares.